Hello, welcome to Easy Web Click tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to create a login and sign up form. As you can see on the screen, we have the home, we have the login form, first name, last name, email, phone number, password, confirm password. We also have the button. We also have the already signed up login. So when I click on login, it will navigate me to the login page. As you can see on the screen, to navigate me to the login page, as you can see on the screen. So when I click on sign up, it will navigate me again to the sign up page. So let's start the coding now. So the first thing to do now is to go to our XAMPP folder, is to go to our Visual Studio rather. Is to go to our Visual Studio. So this is our Visual Studio. We're using Visual Studio to write the code. So inside our Visual Studio, we'll create a new file. Let's name the file sign up, because we're having two files, the sign up file and the sign up page and the login page. Let's name the sign up .html, and the next, let's name the other one login dot html. Then we also have another CSS file. This CSS file will be used to style our sign up page and the login page. So let's name it form.css. So let's start with sign up page now. Let's start with the sign up page. So this is the sign up page. So the first thing to do now in this sign up page, HTML. So I'll be using HTML snippets for this. So we have the document type HTML, the title. So the title now, let's name it sign up. Sign up. Let's save it and check our browser. So let's go to a new page and let's change the name of this page. So lesson/sign up .html. Okay, this will be a capital letter. This S is capital letter. So as you can see on the screen, the page is blank because we have no code yet. So let's go back to our Visual Studio. So the first thing on the list now is the home. This home page. This home, is the home. So let's create this. We're going to create this icon and this home text in our sign up form. So let's go back to our HTML, our Visual Studio. So the first thing now, okay, so inside this A tag, we'll be having the arrow tag. So before this, let's go to font Awesome because we'll be using font Awesome to create the icon. We'll be using font Awesome to create the icon. So let's go back to our browser, open a page, then let's go to Google. Inside Google, you can type font Awesome CDN. As you can see, font Awesome CDN. Then you click on install manual. So let's look for the CDN scripts. So this is the CDN script. As you can see, we copy the CDN script. Let's copy and paste it in the head tag of our. Let's paste it. Let's go back to our Visual Studio Code and we paste it here between the head tag. We can paste it here. So as you can see now, let's save it. So let's continue our code. So we want to use the arrow code, the arrow icon, this arrow type icon. As you can see here, this arrow icon, we want to create it now. So let's go back to our code. So inside the code, inside this A tag rather, I tag class FA, that means font Awesome solid. That's the name of the arrow. The arrow tag font Awesome solid, then space dash angle arrow, space dash angle arrow. FA angle double arrow, angle double arrow. Then the arrow will be facing left side. So let's save and check if the class is correct. Let's reload our page now. So still yet not correct. So let's go back to our, I think, arrow. So let's go back to our font Awesome to check if okay. So let's copy it. Let's copy our code and repaste. Let's go back to our code. So let's paste it here. So let's save our code now. Then go back to the page and let's reload the page. So as you can see now, this is our arrow. This is our angle arrow. So the next thing now, let's go to our and continue our code. Here, home. So to continue, to complete our, let's refresh it. Okay, we haven't saved. Let's save it first. And let's save it. Then refresh our page. You can see we have the home. This is the home now. So let's continue our code. Let's go back to our code. Then here, let's style it. Style equals, the first thing to do now, the color. The text color and the text color, you can use any color that you like, but for me I'll be using this color code. Using this color code. When we save it now and we refresh our page, let's check. As you can see now, here comes, we have the home navigation. So let's go back to our code and let's continue our code. So the next thing to do now, and we also need let's write the code for the form. So center, the form will be in center. So inside this center tag, writing code for the form. Now inside the center tag, we have a div tag. And inside this div tag, let's name the div tag class. Let's name it form container. Form container. And inside this form container tag, we'll be having heading h5. And the heading now, the heading will be create account. Create account. Create account. So let's style it. Style. And this time we need the color. We only need color for this. Purple. So let's save it and check our. So as you can see now, we have create account here, as you can see on the screen. The color is purple. So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code, and the next on the list now is to create a form. Form tag and close form tag. So inside this form tag now, we'll be having the font horizon icon. As you can see in our sign up form. Here in our sign up form, we have this icon. This telephone, password, mail, user icons, we have it here on the list. In our form here we have it. So we'll be creating it and the form and the login form. So let's go back to our code. So we'll be using div and inside this div we'll be having the first icon that we are going to create is the user icon. user icon. I and the name of the icon will be FA user FA user FA user. So if you want to, there are different types of FA icon. So you can go to your font horizon and click icon. This is the font horizon page. So there are different icons that you can use. If you want to use user icon, you can come here and type user. So you click search. So these are different type of user icons. So if you want to use it, we want to use this now. This user, you click on it and you copy it. You can copy it and go back to your code. Instead of writing all this, let's delete this. You can just paste it. You can paste it. So when we save it and refresh our page now, we will see that we have. Let's go back to our page, our sign up page, and let's refresh the page. As you can see now, this is the icon. So this is the icon, as you can see. So let's go back to our code now. Then the form. So after this, the login, the input form rather, the input form now. So for our input form, input. So our input form is a self-closing tag. So inside this input form, so we'll be having input type, the text file, text input. Then we have a name. Name will be first name. And we also have a placeholder for it. Placeholder, first name. So let's save it now. So before this, let's come to our form tag. Then the method of this form is post. Then form action. So just let's leave it blank for now. Let's save our file now and go back to our browser to check. As you can see now, we have the first name. So let's go back to our code. So because of time, so let's just copy it. We want to do the last name. We want to code the last name now. So let's just copy this div and then repaste it. We can repaste it. Okay, we have, let's check what we have here. We have the last name, the email, the phone number, the password, and the confirm password. 1 2 3 4 5. So let's paste it 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5 because of time. So let's rename it. Here now we have tests, and let's change this first name to last name. Then the placeholder now, last name. So the first name, the next on the list is our email, So let's check this. Text type email, then the name of the input is email, placeholder email. So let's go to the fourth one. The next on the list we have our phone number. The type will be number, and the name of the input is phone number. Phone number, placeholder, let's change the display text. Phone number. Phone number. So the next now is password. Input type password. Password. Then the name of the input, password. Then the folder, the display name, which is the placeholder, password. So we need to confirm our password. That's the last input. It's also password. I confirm our password. Then the name will be, let's just name it confirm password, or let's name it C password. Password. Let's name this C password. Then in the display name, confirm password. So let's save it now and check our browser. Let's save it and check. No, before we save it, so let's change the FA icon. As you can see, this icon, when we check our browser now, we can see we have the same icon for it. So let's go back to our sign up and check our browser. So as you can see now, we have the same icon for it. So let's change the icon for email. We'll change the icon for email, icon for phone number, icon for password, and icon for confirm password. So for the email now, let's go back to our font icon, our font. Then you can type email and let's see what to use. So email now, you can see, you can use envelope. So let's copy it and go back to our code. Let's copy it and go back to our code. Then we change here, this is the email. Let's delete this and paste the email font icon. So this is the email font icon. So the next on the list now is phone number. So let's go back to our font. Then we check. Then let's search for phone number, phone. So under phone now we have all this. You can choose anyone. Let me choose this. Let's copy it. Then we go back to our code and change this number. So the next on the list now is password. Let's go back to our font hours on and let's search for password. Maybe we will password. So as you can see, you can use any of. So I will use this lock on, and I can use key. Let's use lock. Let's copy it and go back to our code. Then here now, this is the password. Let's change this. Then the same thing for confirm password. The same always on font for it. Font always on for it. So let's save it now and go back to our browser to check. Let's go back to our browser to check. So let's reload our page now. As you can see on the list, we have the user icon, the email icon, the phone number icon, the lock icon, which is the password icon, and the confirm password. We also have the lock icon for it. So the next on the list now is to style our form, to beautify our form. As you can see from our form here, so we want to style it now. So before we style it, you can see we have no button yet. We have no button yet. So let's go back to our Visual Studio Code. Then let's create button. Our button will be btn button now. Let's use button tag. So this is our button tag. Create accounts. You can see from here. So after this button tag now, we also have sign up the tests. Test h river sign up .html. We'll be using login now. Let's go login because we are already in a sign up page. Login.html, and here you can say already have account. Login, whatever. So let's save it now and go back to our code. Then we reload the code. As you can see, we have the create account, already have account, login. So we are going to style this form now. So let's style the form. So for us to style this form, let's go back to our code. Then we have a class, the first div class form container here. So we also have another class for this. For our input form here will be class fa icon. So we can copy this because we having and paste it. fa icon. fa icon. Then the button, let's class our button. Let's class this button. Let's use class form. Let's use form btn, form-btn for it. So let's save our file. Then let's go to our form.css now to style our form. We want to go to form.css to style our our form. So inside the first form.css, the first thing on the list will be this. The first class is form container. You can copy this form container here, then go to form.css, dot, you paste it, form container, as you can see on the list on the screen. So color now, that means color purple. Let's use purple. And the white, the width of our form, the width of the container, 40% is okay. So let's save it. So before we reload our page, let's link this form.css to signup.html. So let's link it. We want to link it, so we come back here. So we can, in between the head tag, so link. So the style sheet now, the here will be r equals style sheet. Then we refer it to form.css. So let's save it now and reload our page. So let's reload this page now to check. So as you can see now, so let's go back. Our icon is now purple. It's now purple color, from black to purple color. So let's go back to our code, our CSS code, and continue styling. We also have a form input. So before this, here, this form, let's class our form input also. Class form, let's use form inputs. We want to class our input form input. So let's copy and paste to last name, to email, paste to phone number, and what else? We also have form input for password. Let's paste it too. So let's save it. Then we go back to our page, form input. So inside the form, let's the width of our form now. Let's check 80%. 80%. Then save and check. Let's check the page. Let's look, as you can see, so it's wide enough. So let's go back to our code. Then the padding, our form padding, 10 pixel, margin top 8 pixel, border radius let's use 10 pixels, okay. And the border color now, and we can the border color, let's use purple. Let's save it now and check let's reload our page. As you can see, so let's tie this button and this. We want to style it now. So let's go back to our code. So input, the input with outline, none. So this input outline is what I'm trying to, as you can see here now. So let's go back to our code. Then let's go to button. The width of the button 150 pixel. One 50 pixel, then border none, color white, border radius so I will use 10 pixel, padding 8 pixel, margin top 10 pixel, then the background color, let me use linear gradient now. Linear gradient to right. Then I can use red. Let me use red and purple, purple. So let's save it now and reload our page. So as you can see this, so we need to style our form. So let's style our button rather, and this already have account login. Let's style it to be in the proper position. So let's go back to our code. Then let's go to signup.html. Here we can input break after the button tag. Let's input break, then let's save it and check our code. So as you can see, So let's remove this underline now. We want to remove this underline here and style the text very well. So let's go back to our code. Here now, so style, color for the text, purple, purple. Then want to remove the underline, we use text decoration. Text decoration. Text decoration will be none. Text decoration none. So let's save it now and reload our page. So as you can see, now, so we have the form ready. So the next on the list now is to create our login form, because when we click on this login now, the login form is blank. So let's try to create the login form now. So all what we need to do is to just copy. Let's go back to our code. Then let's open the login. So let's go back to the sign up. Let's copy all the contents in the sign up. Then go to login.html and paste all. So all what we need for our sign in is the email address and the password. As you can see, let's go back here from here. When I click on login, we only need email. As you can see, email and password. So we only need email and password for our login. So we remove the first name, last name from here. We don't need it. We need the email, only the email and password. That's all we need. We don't need the phone number. We only need email and password. Then confirm password, we don't need it. Let's close it. Then let's rename this login. Button name login. Then before that, here now, name, our button name, login. Then the button type, submit button. You can easily copy it and submit button. So let's save it now. Okay, let's change this. We change this to login. Let's save it now and check our login form. Let's go to login from here. See blank. Still blank. So let's check it again. Okay, let's save our file. So let's save our file. And here we change this place. Already login, sign up. We change here. So let's save it and check. Let's reload our sign up page. As you can see, we have the sign up page. Already have account login. So no account. This one will be no account now. Sign up. So let's quickly change the text. no account, then we tell the user to sign up. Then let's save it and go back to our browser to reload our page. So we need to space already no account sign up. Let's give it a space, a little space. So we come to our code here, our style here. After the text decoration none, you can write margin top. Margin top, let's use 10 pixels and check 10 pixels. Then let's go back to our page, then reload it. So still the same. Let's go back again. So let's go back to our code, and here we can break it. Let's break it twice to see. So let's reload. So I think it's okay now. So when we click on sign up, nothing happens. So let's change here. Let's go back to our code. Then here, okay, there's a little error here in our A tag. Okay, here. So let's save our code now. I think it's okay now. Let's reload our page now. So as you can see now, I think it's okay now. So let's click on sign up. No account sign up. Navigate us to the sign up page. Already have account login. So I think it's okay now. So in our next lesson, we'll be discussing how to log in to the database using MySQLi, and how to submit our form to the MySQLi database and log in our form. So viewers, I want you to subscribe to my channel so that we'll be able to watch next tutorial. Thank you.